Hello ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It's Ewan99 here to show you what's on my iPod Touch 5th generation. Now I haven't been making videos lately, that's because I'm busy with school and such, so to make up for that I'll be posting some requested videos that you guys have requested, so I hope you do enjoy. So around my iPod Touch I don't have anything. I might get a case in a couple weeks, but that's not a main priority as the iPod Touch is pretty scratch resistant, and if I drop it, I think it'll take the fall, maybe once. I don't think twice, but I'm not really planning on dropping my device. I do take good care of it, so I do not really have a case on it. The only reason I would have a case is to protect it from scratches, but then again, I don't really need to protect it from scratches anymore since the iPod Touch 5th generation is made of a nice aluminum back that doesn't scratch. So that's pretty much around my device. Might get a skin case or a screen protector in the future, but that's not necessary for me right now, and it's not exactly urgent. Yes, I would like one, but it's not as necessary for me to have one as if I had the iPod Touch 4th generation or something like that. So let's get on with the applications that I have on my device. Now, I have a lot of games, but I don't really play half of them, but I just keep them on there since I have 32 gigabytes of capacity on this, so I could pretty much load it with whatever I want and still have a lot of space left over. So I have like 20 gigs left, and I still have a lot of games and a lot of music, and yeah, I really do enjoy that. A lot of elbow room. I don't know, another weird a figurative language that I use, but yeah, that's pretty much my my way of expressing it. Like on my 8GB iPod Touch 4th generation, I could barely fit anything, only the music I had in a few games, and that's pretty much it. But since I have 32 gigs on this, I can pretty much fit anything I want plus extra. So let's get on with the applications. I have the stock lock screen and springboard wallpaper that you see right here. I like keeping my lock screen and home screen wallpapers uniform throughout. So as you can see, I have the same wallpaper on both. I just like that more than having different wallpapers. So let's get started with the applications. You have contacts, calendar, camera, Jazzman, which is a pretty awesome YouTube client that allows you to watch and manage your YouTube account. It's free, takes advantage of the 4-inch Retina display, and I like it better than the stock YouTube application that comes with iOS and iOS 5.1.1 or in iOS 6, the one that comes in the App Store that you download, and that doesn't take advantage of the 4-inch Retina display, and I don't really like it for that purpose. So for Thumb, let's just explain a little bit. It's a social networking site that allows you to ask questions and have people answer it for you, so you can get opinions based on other people's opinions. So Notes and Photos comes with the iPod. You have Crapple, which is just apps I don't really use. I use iTunes sometimes, but not enough to have it on my springboard. I use iTunes if I want to buy a song, and yeah, so I have another service of getting music. I get it from this kind of membership thing that I have on this website, so I don't really use that as often as I would. So I just have it in a folder labeled Crapple, along with the other stuff that I don't use. I use iTunes the most out of this stuff. So Calculator is a calculator. Productivity is I have DJ, which allows you to mix and match songs that you have on your device and allows you to edit them. It was free for a limited time, but it's usually like $5, so I got it while it was free, so that's pretty cool. Dog Whistler, it makes high frequency noises that only dogs can hear, or if you're a young kid, you can hear it, but I can't hear most of that unless it's pretty low. Flashlight, it's a pretty cool LED flashlight application. I made a video on this, so you should check it out if you haven't already. Really awesome application, and it's free. So yeah, that dimmed my screen, so of course now I have to go and change the brightness. Okay, that's better. So let's continue. Let's go to Show of Hands, which is a political polling application that I don't use anymore since the election is over, but they still ask a few questions like, what time do you eat Thanksgiving dinner or your Thanksgiving feast? Is it before or after 3 p.m.? In case you want to know, I have it at exactly 3 p.m., but that's one of the questions that it could ask you, and you can answer and see how other people in the United States answer that question. So it's pretty awesome to see what other people say in the world, you know, Democrats versus Republicans, their opinion on it, age, view, net income, and that kind of stuff that they sorted out in. Mail client that comes with the iPod Touch and iPhone on iOS. You have settings, of course, settings. Wallpapers HD, this is where I get my other wallpapers from. I'll show you some wallpapers that I got with this application. As you can see, I have all these wallpapers. Pretty awesome. These were all obtained from that Wallpapers HD application, and they have a lot optimized for the iPhone 5 and iPod Touch 5th generation's 4-inch display. So weather, that's weather, stock iOS application. Videos, I use it when I purchase a video that I find on iTunes, and sometimes if there's a free video of the week, I kind of like to scope that out too. And IDB, that's the web application for iDownload Blog, which is a pretty popular website, tech news, or mainly Apple news, and some Google news. They started to shift to doing Google news since the Nexus 10 was recently released, along with the Nexus 4. They have coverage on that as well. And MCTube, another YouTube client. It's pretty awesome as well. I switch between the two. Sometimes I like one for more than the other. This has ads, which I don't like about it, but it has more channel customization, so I use that sometimes over Jasmine. Although they're both awesome applications to have on your device, I like Jasmine's interface better. So here's where most of this stuff is. My games folder number 1, games folder number 2. Since there is no jailbreak for the iPod Touch 5th generation yet, I cannot put them folder in folder, or I cannot put unlimited apps in a folder like I could with Folder Enhancer, which was a city tweak that allowed you to do so. Which, by the way, the iPod Touch 5th generation and the iPhone 5 and the iPhone 4S, along with all iPads and all A4 devices, should be able to be jailbroken with the exploit that was found. I believe it was a boot ROM exploit, and that should be not long, but it should be shortcuts to the jailbreak for iOS 6.0.1, the untethered jailbreak for all devices, which should be out in about 2 to 3 weeks. That's what I'm hoping. 2 to 3 weeks should be the time frame for the iOS 6.0.1 untethered jailbreak for all devices. So I find that to be pretty exciting. I just found something on the top of my iPod, so I want to wipe that off. So I do want to congratulate and appreciate the dev team for coming up with the iOS 6 untethered jailbreak on a fairly quick note. It does take a while, and it's pretty hard work that they do, and they rely on donations only for their income, which I really appreciate that they're doing this pretty much essentially for free, and I really want to appreciate them and take a moment to thank them. At the time of uploading this is the day before Thanksgiving, so I want to thank them for their hard work and their hard work on developing a new untethered jailbreak for iOS 6.0.1 on all devices. So, okay, that was a little bit of a bridge monologue for this video. So, without further ado, let's get on with the games that I have. First up, I have Agent Dash. It's like Temple Run, except you swipe from side to side. That's another way to do it. You can also tilt in a recent update, but you can also swipe from side to side, and I like it better since the graphics are actually better, and there are different environments to go around in. Angry Birds in Space, pretty self-explanatory, and another franchise, another Angry Birds, application of the franchise. Asphalt 7 Heat, awesome game. I played a lot. It's roughly, it was 99 cents, and now it's free. Believe it or not, I got it the day before it was free, so, it's only $1, so I didn't really miss out on the deal, since it was only a $1 difference between free and not free. But, it was kind of weird, considering the fact that I literally got it like an hour before it was free. But it's still an awesome game, without a doubt, and I really urge you to go get it, because I think it's still free at the making of this video. Badly Drawn Faces, you pretty much, it's a free game. You pretty much just find out who is the face when someone is drawing it. I don't know who's drawing it. I think it's just the computer that's drawing a face. I don't really know how to explain it. That's why I'm kind of at a loss for words. But you pretty much just answer who it is. There's a face they show you, and you have to kind of relate it to someone and jot down the correct answer. Boost 2. That's a $2 application. I have it in other videos, so you could go check that out. It's kind of a game where you tilt your device, and then you try to avoid blocks, and it's pretty awesome. Chop Chop Caveman, it's kind of like Mario, but it's a little bit different because there are little mini games in between. Cube Runner, sort of like Boost 2, but vertically. I also have a video on that as well. Just check my iPod Touch 5th generation gaming test, and you should be able to find that out. Cut the Rope, you pretty much all know that. Doodle Jump, pretty much all know that. Fish Hooks, now, I don't really know much of this show, but I don't like it based upon what I saw. It's a terrible show. I just want to see how much of a rip-off this game was in relation to some other game that was popular in the App Store for a while. It does have a strong resemblance to Cut the Rope, their bubbles and everything that you try to get somewhere, someplace or another. I never have gotten to delete that, but you know what? I'm gonna delete it. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna give it another try. I want to see how, I just want to play with it more, see how terrible it is, then I'll delete it. In fact, if you want me to, I'll make a video showing you, me deleting this game, because I know it's terrible. I just want to play it more to see how terrible it is. I know that sounds a little bit, stupid and some kind of excuse, but I do want to see how stupid it is. I just love playing stupid games, because I just want to see how little effort was put into the game, and its unoriginality, and, you know, just stuff of that nature. It's a really awesome game. I have to show you this. Okay, now, let me just click play. I'll show you the objective, because it's easier to show you. Okay, this one. This is the objective. You just, oh, never mind. I can't do that. You cut off pieces of this wood in order to get stars in a place by themselves without actually doing that, what I just did. You can't actually hit the stars, but you have to get them into such a place where they are together in one place. Let me try doing that. As you can see, this video is unedited, as like most of my iPod Touch videos, what's on my iPod Touch videos, so excuse me if is a little bit bad. I know it is. I know this is like bad in terms of organization in the video, but these are uncut. I wouldn't say unedited, they're uncut, because I just don't like edit this or, you know, cut it or anything. I just like doing that just to show you really what's on my iPod Touch with no cutscenes. That makes it look kind of artificial. So as you can see right now, I'm kind of improvising at the moment. But as you can see, that's pretty much the game. I won't bore you anymore. Pretty awesome game. Clean out my multitasking bar, because I'm a boss. No, I'm not. Okay, let's go into the games folder. Games number 1. Okay, next game. Lost Winds. Kind of like, I don't know, side platformer, side scroller platformer. Pretty awesome. Line Runner. Pretty cool as well. I'll just show you that. Pretty simple game. Pretty much do this. As you can see, you just press the right to jump, left to roll. It's pretty addictive. You can play this for hours. Not really. I can never play a game for hours. I usually play a game on my iPod for only 20 minutes before just quitting, because I never get that addicted to a game. But this game has kept me addicted to it for like 20 minutes. So I wouldn't call that addiction. I just call it being interested. Okay, there. And let's go back and see what games I missed. Lunar Racer is kind of like Mario Kart, but side, like, based on the side. It's like a side scroller racer. I don't know if that makes sense, but not. You pretty much guide something to the way by tilting the device. Haven't played that much. I only played it for a few minutes without really doing much, and I just lost interest. And let's just go to Pro Baseball and show you this. It's not optimized for the display, but I find it pretty addictive. It's free as well. And let's just play. You pretty much just drag the finger to move the glove. Weird thing though, when I'm dragging, the glove goes above. I don't know if that's supposed to be how it's supposed to be. But as you can see, you pretty much just get your... As you can see, I completely missed, so I'm not going to even try anymore. So that's it for games folder number 1. If you want to see an in-depth review of any game, be sure to let me know in the comments. Okay, games number 2. I have Shadowgun Dead Zone. This is like Shadowgun 2. This is a sequel to like Shadowgun, which was a pretty awesome shooter game. Really awesome graphics. It's free, but it's kind of, you know, you could tell it's free by the cut in, like, you know, cut in production. I don't know how to describe it. Sonic Jump. It's like $2, I believe, and you can jump. It's like Doodle Jump, but it has Sonic worlds and characters, so it's pretty awesome to play. You have Temple Run. Everyone knows that. The End app, copy of Temple Run, but still pretty fun. Scribblenauts. It's a pretty awesome game. If you don't know what that is, I don't know, you should research it, because Scribblenauts is one of the most popular games that was made by Nintendo. Not made by Nintendo. It was pretty much featured by Nintendo in their DS line, and now it's available in iOS. The creators were Fifth Cell, not Nintendo. Nintendo did not create Scribblenauts. I don't know. this is what happens when it's unedited and uncut. So, you know, I was just pretty much improvising, and I think I did a fairly good job. But we're not done yet, because we still have Ski on Neon, which is like a Tiny Wings copy, but it's still pretty fun. And I like it more than Tiny Wings because I pretty much finished Tiny Wings. Storm the Train is a free game. I just recently downloaded, never played it before. I just opened it and closed it to get rid of that new, whatever sash it is. Curiosity, pretty awesome game. I have to show you this. It's not in my games folder because, I don't know, I don't really categorize it as a game as of yet. See if it takes a while to load. I don't want to make this video way too long. Okay, so pretty much you tap blocks on a cube in order to get to the middle. Everyone in the world who download this app, which is roughly like 100,000 people, are doing this in real time, so you'll be able to see people cutting things or chopping blocks, and it's pretty much just like, yeah, that's pretty much it. Whoever gets to the middle first gets to see what's inside. Only one person in the world will get to know. iBooks, you can read books on the go, Apple Incorporated. iFunny, you can scroll through funny pictures and with funny captions. Plastic Surgery, you can warp photos. Truth or Dare application. Free app slots. It's kind of this thing where it's like a lucky 7, but you do that for applications. I never, like, you rack up credits, and I never got enough credits to actually get a game for free, but hopefully that time will come, and I'll eventually make a video on that. So that was a pretty, like, sloppy video, I would say, but I hope you enjoyed nonetheless. 60 minutes and 45 seconds, it says up there. I'm pointing to my camera, where my camera says the time, which is right here, even though you're not seeing anything there. 16:55, 16:56, 16:57, 16:58, 16:50. Okay, so yeah, this is uncut, unedited, so I hope you enjoyed. There might be some kind of filter on it, but other than that, it's uncut. I hope you enjoyed. Any suggestions will be welcome down below. Hope you enjoyed seeing what's on my iPod Touch. I really hope you enjoyed. And if you have any suggestions, leave them down below, as I just said. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Until then, have an awesome day. Oh yeah, and happy Thanksgiving.